I think of myself as a writer. In fact, I didn't set out to be a poet at all. I started writing poetry because I read someplace that it would help you to write better prose, and again, sort of backed into writing with poetry, and still the word poet never seems to fit exactly. I don't want to give people ammunition for saying that I'm not one by admitting that, but I'm uncomfortable with that term, I think.
Gerald Locklin's poetry expresses traditional male values at a time when such views are considered unfashionable. With a personable style and self-deprecating humor, he makes critical and insightful observations about the perplexities and absurdities of everyday life.
Prioritizing. When my wife reminds me that I have offered to take my daughter to the library at the same time that the Lakers happen to be on against the Celtics, I heroically proclaim, "My children mean more to me than any dumb basketball game." Of course, it isn't the playoffs yet.
There seems to be often, not always, of course, a self-deprecating tone. Can you say something about that? It's like a
probably there's a lot to deprecate. It makes it easy. I don't know. I suppose
poking fun at yourself, that attitude. You know. So.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's easier for people to appreciate you poking fun at yourself than at other people. You know, I don't have any particular desire to go around making mock of other people anyway. And I'm not entirely kidding when I say that there's a lot to deprecate there too. I mean, I am pretty inept. You know, I mean, except for writing and teaching and a couple of other things like drinking, there are a lot of things I'm not very good at, you know.
The importance of poor penmanship. I have an entry scrawled at the top of this week's list that reads either "do banking" or "do barking." Just to be on the safe side, I shall do both.
Well, I just write about anything that I think of that I think might make a poem. If I were sitting here telling you a funny story and it made you laugh, I might, on the way driving home from here, think, well, if it made him laugh, maybe it'd make people laugh. I wrote it up as a poem, and I might start forming it in my mind in some economical fashion into what I thought would work on the page, you know, as a poem. So I'm just trying to stay alert and open to the possibilities of finding poems anywhere, and I don't think them to death because I think that's inhibiting.